everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you're great wherever you're watching me from, and I hope you enjoy my video and choose to stay at the end of it. So today I'm going to be reviewing Love Island UK season 7. It's been a bit of a roller coaster ride from the beginning. If you haven't been watching it, I would encourage you to watch it just so you get caught up with what's happening in the villa right now. It's been about 5 weeks and I think we're in the 6th week if I'm not mistaken. And so far the drama has just, I think that the drama has just started. Well, it sort of started last week with Casa Amor, when the guys went to Casa Amor and the girls remained in the main villa. New guys came in, new girls came in. Heads were turned, people were rolling and were moving, trying to graft to make new connections and all that. And at the end of the week, we saw a bit of recoupling, different couples were formed. Yeah, it was really interesting to see. So if you haven't watched it to this point, I would encourage you to just go back, watch it, catch up with us. Yeah, so far I'm loving the season more now than I did in the beginning, because honestly, I think that I will talk about one of the topics that's really a bit bothering for me as a black person. I'm sorry to say this, but it is. When I saw Kaz on the lineup of the girls on the first episode, firstly, I knew that she would be chosen last, you know? So, as a black person watching it, as a black girl watching Love Island, I was a bit disappointed. I felt like, with all the awakening, people becoming more woke in the world and all the racial issues that have been discussed, I thought that at least they would have started the season, on a better note. Yeah. But it didn't start too good for our black sister, melanated sister. She's very beautiful, Kaz. She started out in a default couple with Toby after he was coupled up with somebody else, and then somebody came and stole the girl he was coupled up with. And so yeah, all that, they were in a default couple. Chloe then claimed that she liked Toby, and then Toby changed from Kaz, went to Chloe. And I feel like Kaz has been through a lot this season, which it's really sad to see, again, from the perspective of a black person and a black girl, most especially, because the guys that have been going for Kaz haven't been genuine. We thought that something good was going to happen when Tyler came in, because he was like, I'm coming in the villa, I'm coming for you, I got my eyes on you. And when he went to Casa Amor, his head turned. He brought back Clarice from Casa Amor. Yeah, so that was a bit disappointing to see. But honestly, if you're watching it, I kind of didn't think that he was that into Kaz. I think my view on it is that he had been watching the show and he knew that Kaz was a fan favorite, one of the fan favorites, and he knew that if he had better chances of staying in the villa if he stuck with her. And I don't know, I'll get to the next point a bit just like soon. But yeah, so I thought that he didn't really like, that he was into her but not that into her, and he knew that in order to stay, he needed to graft to her. So apparently he had been reassuring her before Casa Amor happened, because when Casa Amor happened, I was wondering, why isn't Kaz really talking to the guys? When the postcard came in, she broke down, and I was like really confused, like why? Because on the screen, from the way they interacted, I felt like there were not a lot of personal interactions between them. Like, maybe the only time that we saw them kiss was on the terrace. That's what I feel. Other than that, they didn't, I didn't see any action when they were going to sleep and all that, because we usually see that between pairs or couples that are feeling each other. If they're vibing, you see them maybe snog in the bed and all that, or maybe snog on different occasions outside of challenges. But with Tyler and Kaz, I didn't see that. So I thought, I didn't really see the connection with them. But then it seemed like he had been reassuring her a lot before he left for Casa Amor. And so when she saw the postcard, she was really like hurt. I think, yeah, she was hurt so much by that, but that was a good thing because she started opening up with the other guys just as well, because in Casamore, Tyler was really opening up to Clarice. He didn't, I don't know, I don't think he talked about Kaz as much, you know, which Clarice did also tell Kaz that he didn't really speak much about her and all of that. So yeah, that was the whole situation. And I feel like, I think that we can see that he's kind of playing the game. He knows that he has better chances of staying on in the villa and possibly winning if he's with Kaz, because I don't know if anyone has noticed his smirk. He has a smirk on his face. Like, I can't explain it. It's just, you know, like, anyway. Well, we'll just keep eyes on him. And then after Casamo, we also saw another couple that went through something. That was Faye and Teddy. After they got the postcard, Faye was kind of ignoring the guys. She didn't want to open up to any of the guys, but after she saw the postcard where Teddy was kissing Clarice, yeah, that was Clarice. Teddy was kissing Clarice in a dare. Yeah, it was a dare, and he kissed her outside of a challenge, of course, but it was a dare anyways. The picture was sent, and Faye was upset. Clearly she was upset, and she decided to open up to Sam. Yeah, on the recoupling last week, she coupled up with Sam. Teddy came into the villa alone, which was sad to see because he was the most, I think, honestly, he was the most loyal guy there, despite the fact that Jake was also loyal. But I feel like if he didn't have Liberty, he would have been moving mad as well. So that's what happened with Teddy and Faye. And when he came back, Teddy was furious, fuming that she had recoupled. And when she tried to explain to him that it's because I saw the postcard and you kissing another girl, and he felt like you can't just change your mind and throw away everything that we built in these, these past week or few days or whatnot. You can't just throw it away just because you've seen a picture of me kissing a girl, I mean, I don't know, but kissing a girl says a whole lot. It does say a whole lot, especially if it's just, it's just a picture. You don't know what's happening. You don't know whether they're having a challenge. You don't know whether it's you don't really know much when you're looking at the picture. So, I mean, I understand Faye, but I also understand what Teddy was saying, because he kept, he knew what he was doing there. Yeah, it was just a very unfortunate event. But after they talked it out, Faye broke down, and I think for the first time in this season, we saw that she's got feelings as well, because she's usually the person that's like strong. She'll tell off a person if she feels, the need to say. She speaks her mind. She speaks her mind a lot, and she's very guarded. But in this, the past few episodes, we saw her break down, and we saw her be vulnerable to him, and also realize her mistakes and admit them. Yeah. And yeah, so glad to say that they are back together, which is great, because I feel like now they could be the strongest couple in the villa right now, despite the fact that Jake and Liberty have been together from the beginning, and they are the only real couple because they've made it a thing. Yeah, sorry, I just had to. Yeah, so despite the fact that Jake and Liberty have been together from the beginning, and they are the only real couple because they're now girlfriend and boyfriend, I mean, I don't think Jake is a fan favorite because of everything that he does. What he made the guys do in Casamore. He was the one encouraging them to go and make connections. Maybe he was being a boy's boy because Liberty is a girl's girl, but I don't know. I don't think he's a fan favorite, and for that, I don't know if they can win the show. I don't know if they can win the show. I don't know, honestly. So yeah, and then now we also had another big drama from last week, which was Liam and Millie. Yeah, when Liam went to Casamore, he opened up to Lily. I know, it's a funny thing the producers did. Yeah, he opened up to Lily, got to know her, kissed her a few times outside of the challenge, shared a bed with her from the beginning of Casa Amor to the end of Casa Amor. And at the end of it, instead of coming into the villa with Lily, he came alone. He came alone and shocked all of us, you know, like, okay. Millie didn't know what was happening, obviously, in Casa Amor. So when she saw him, there was a lot of happiness, you know, because she hadn't been herself for the days that Liam was away in Casa Amor. When he came, she was, you know, obviously happy. But, you know, you could see the looks of the people who had been in Casa Amor, the guys, the girls. I liked Mary's reaction because she was always just like, oh, you don't know. It's just like, you have no idea what this guy was doing. And I think it shocked the girls as well that he didn't bring Lily back into the villa. And just when we thought Millie would not find out what happened in Casa Amor, the producers decided to send in all the girls that had not made it into the villa and all the guys that had not been coupled up in the villa. So what happened now was like, they asked them, how are you feeling? And Lily was like, I honestly didn't expect to be where I am. Sorry. She said she didn't expect to be standing in the villa single. She honestly expected to be coupled up. Yeah. So she honestly didn't expect to be standing at the bonfire on her own. And she also just revealed that the person that she thought she would come back into the villa was with Liam. And that shocked Millie because she thought, okay, well, Liam came into the villa alone, looked like he was trustworthy, looked like he had played it, like he was honest in his time outside of the, like at Casa Amor. But when that came in, it just changed her view, and it took everybody aback. You know, they were all shocked. And obviously now the drama between them began. She kept on asking him what happened. He was not necessarily answering the questions properly, and he was concealing a bit of the truth, you know. So he said that he did kiss Lily outside of the challenges, but I think the first time he kissed, I don't know what he said to her, but it wasn't like the complete truth, you know. And then in the next episode after that, the producers brought in Lily to talk to Millie. So they met for a date, and Lily basically told Millie that, well, when I was in the villa or Casa Amor, Liam showed me that he wanted me, that he, you know, there was a lot of attraction between the two of them. That obviously broke Millie down, you know. And she made this statement that it was like the guys went on a boys' vacation, went and, like, you know, played around with other girls and just went back to their wives at home. Like, that was just, honestly, that's the best, not the best way, but I think that's one of the ways you can explain what happened to Millie. It was really sad, honestly. And then after that, Liam obviously felt sad and bad about it. I think at some point he tried to gaslight her with some of the things that he was saying to her when they were having conversations. And she decided to end it with him after she came back from the date with Lily. Then, yeah, you know, obviously the guys now started to encourage him to talk to Millie, you know, do this and do that, and, you know, just try and get her to, you know, come back and, you know, trying to win her back. Do I think that was the best idea? No. I mean, they're encouraging him to do what he should do to get her back, but honestly, he disrespected her when he was in Casa Amor. Like, we saw that the guy was really feeling Lily, you know. I don't know, it just, I just don't know what to think about this guy. Like, he disrespected her, and the fact that the guys are pushing him to, you know, you can win her back, you can win, like, so disappointing, honestly, really disappointing. Anyways, that was their drama. I was kind of hoping that she would not get back to him, but if you've watched the last episode, we know that the girls were choosing who to couple up with, and she coupled up with Liam, so she's back with him. I don't know how I feel about that. He's embarrassed her in front of the whole, not just in front of the UK, but anyone who watches the show. It's not fair, and I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about it, honestly. Anyway, so that was another couple that had drama. And then we have Toby, the drama guy of the season. When he started the drama with Kaz, honestly, I wanted him out of the villa. I wanted him and Chloe out of the villa. But he's entertaining us a bit. He's really entertaining us with him jumping from girl to girl to girl to girl to girl. Like, he's jumping, and he has this look on his face when he knows that he's in a tough spot. It's like I don't know how he does it, but yeah, he has a look on his face that whenever he's in a tough spot, that's what he does. It's like, oh my gosh, why did I put myself here? But anyway, so Toby, before Casamore, was coupled up with Abigail, but before that he was coupled up with Chloe. Yeah, so it's been a roller coaster for him. When he went into Casamore, he started vibing with Mary. They shared the bed, I think, and when he came back with Mary. Abigail was waiting alone, and I think we were all shocked as to why she trusted Toby. Like, it was so shocking how she trusted Toby after he left Chloe for her. And obviously she should have been watching the show before she entered the villa, because then she would have known that, she obviously knew that Toby left Kaz for Chloe. So the fact that she stood there alone, I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know if the producers were like, this is going to be a good move for you. I don't know. It just did not make sense that she was standing there alone after she knows what happened. Like, she knows that Toby is going to turn his head. And after he comes back with Mary, thinking that this is it, he's not gonna go and turn his head again. He turns his head and goes back to Chloe, and Chloe takes him back. I was just like, what? Oh my god. Anyway, that's Toby. So yeah, I feel like that's most of the drama in this season. Obviously, we've seen Hugo also go through friendship couples, and I think right now he's not feeling Amy from the conversation that he was having with the guys. Amy, I don't know if she likes Hugo. I feel like she's also been watching the episode before she went into Casamore, so she knew the best chance of you staying in the villa is if you graft to Hugo. Yeah, so I don't know if she's into him that much. We're yet to see if it will last, but Hugo doesn't seem so into her. I don't know what it is, because there have been girls that have come into the villa specifically for him, and he has not connected with any of them, though I think the person that he liked was Chloe, and Chloe said no because she didn't see him in that light. Yeah, so Hugo is still here. Kaz is now with Matthew, which is great. I'm glad she coupled up with Matthew. I was going to be upset if she chose to couple up with Tyler after all the drama that they've been through, after all the conversations that she had to walk away from. I'm sorry, it was a bit funny whenever she would just she's done with the conversation, she stands up and she just walks away from him. Yeah, but I'm glad that she's now coupled up with Matthew, and I hope she gives him 100, because he said that he's willing to give her 100. So I hope that she gives him 100, and I honestly hope that it's genuine, because it's really hard to see Black people on shows like this be played and played and played and played. It's not great for me as a Black person. I'm just going to say this because that's how I felt, or that's how I feel watching the show, and that's why I'm supporting Kaz, because I want I want to see that it's possible, you know, it's possible for someone to really like her and for them to, you know, have a future, whatever that looks like. Yeah, so I mean, he seems genuine, so I hope they last, and I hope that she gives him 100, because I feel like with the past few episodes where her and Tyler kept on having conversations and her saying that she kept the door open for Tyler, I just felt like if I were Matthew hearing all these things or just being in that situation, I would not want to like continue with it, because then she felt as like a second option for Tyler. She treated Matthew like a second option as well. So I hope that now that she's chosen him in a couple, that she's gonna give him 100%. Yeah. So right now, all the couples in the villa, like those are recoupling last night, and everybody's coupled up with somebody, but the public is going to vote for their favorite couple. My predictions for the bottom would be Abby and Dale, Mary and Sam, and who else is there? I kind of feel like Hugo and Amy might also be in the bottom, and I think there's a very high possibility that Liam and Millie will be in the bottom as well. Yeah, I don't know about Tyler and Clarice. I don't know, they could be, but I feel like it could be a possibility for Liam and Millie to be in the bottom this after today's voting and whatnot. So we're gonna see what happens tonight, and I think that's where I'm gonna end my video. I hope that you reach the end, and I hope that we can continue having this, you know, interaction. And